Hello guys, today we are going to be looking at Transformers Generation 1 Quickswitch, but before we get into him, he is going to be the start of a series that I want to do. The series is going to be just me going over the entirety of my G1 collection, excluding the mini-bots, Optimus Prime, and all of the figures that I have done for previous videos and like the second part of the mini bots. Those will go into the other first part of the mini bots that I went over, and other G1 characters like Punch Counter Punch, and others that I have done. Other than those ones, they are all going to be going into this little series of me going over all of the G1 figures that I have. And we are starting with Quickswitch. So, Quickswitch is a 6-changer, so he has 6 different modes. And this is his boat mode. Yes, a boat. He does not have his guns, but I don't want to spend a ton of money on them when his modes still look very, very good without his guns. Not saying if they don't look bad with his guns, but for what it's worth, you don't have to have the guns if you buy them. So this is his boat mode. I have him mistransformed. You're not supposed to have this red piece out. I'm pretty sure you just open that up and you bring it in. You're supposed to have it like this, I'm pretty sure. But I like to have it out like this. That's just me, just to add a bit more, I don't know, depth, you could say, to it. But that's just me. You don't have to. So, I completely forgot something. So, I guess this is the boat mode, and it looks like a boat. There's not really too much detailing. There's some vents, but that's really it for the boat. So let's get on to the other transformation, since we got a lot to go through. And we're going to go to the gun mode. So you come down here and you're going to ratchet all of this down. And that is basically it. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, that's it. And you're not supposed to have this up. You're supposed to have this piece down and this piece in, and have the guns. And have the guns, I think, tabbed into these slots. But, as I said before, the guns for him, either you can buy him with the guns, but if you're like me and you didn't buy him with the guns, the guns on a lot of sites, eBay and other places, either you can buy both the guns for like $35 or one gun for like $17. So I think for what it's worth, since I didn't get him without his guns, if I wanted to display him in his gun mode, this will be fine. Still looks like a barrel, and still looks like a gun, and with that up there, I just think it looks less like a boat then. So that's my method, I guess you could say, to having to making him look a bit more like a gun, without his guns. Is just flip out the red piece and flip down this piece. So now we're gonna go into his drill tank mode, and you're going to flip him up like this, bring this white piece up, and then flip these panels down. And you can see the treads. So, and there's that. And you can bring down this little piece, this little wheel, and he can roll. Rolls pretty good. The treads, obviously they are molded in, if the camera will focus. There. You can see the tread, the little wheels inside there, all the different detailing in there. And there's the screw because he's a drill tank. And the reason, and what I find, I don't know if this was intentionally designed, but I really like it, is that, the screw is right there for the drill tank mode. But if you're going to use this piece for the gun or the boat, you don't see a screw. You don't see the screw / drill there. It's just this weird molded detail. And I like that because it hides and then whenever you flip this down, it hides the screw. Well, obviously you can see a tad bit in there. But other than that, you can't really see the screw, and I really like that because you can have the screw still for the drill tank mode, but have it as a more point for the boat and the barrel sort of thing for the gun mode. So I really like that. I don't know if that was intentionally designed or if it was just molded in. I don't know. But I really like that. It's just a neat little idea. And so now we're going to go into the jet mode, and to do that, we're going to flip up the panels that are the treads, bring these pieces completely straight, bring these pieces around, and then bring those pieces around once again, I'm pretty sure. No. You leave those like this. And then I think you can shift this down. I like to. And then you bring out those panels, not all the way, just bring them out. So there's his jet / spaceship mode. And so I really like it. And once again, the guns are supposed to peg in to the sides to, I guess, add a bit more dynamics. But overall, once again, same thing as the other modes that I've gone over so far. He still looks good without them, without the guns. And so, for what it's worth, don't be afraid to buy one without the guns, because overall, he doesn't look that bad without them. So, not too bad. And there's that the wheels to the drill tank, and you can use that as landing gear. So now let's go into his I'm trying to remember, because there's 6 different modes. Okay, let's go into I think it's a Jaguar Panther thing. I don't really know. So we're going to, as you saw me, flip down those panels once again. Keep that there, flip up the landing gear. And then you're going to bring these up and hinge them out completely straight. I like to angle them down 1 click because they're on a ratchet joint. Then you bring this out wait. I do not know why that is molded backwards, or at least it looks molded backwards. But do that, bring those down, and now come up here, and these will be on mine. These hinges are really stiff, so I like to just grab in and pull it just a tad bit right there, and now it opens it up enough to where I can grab it and pull it out. You can hear it squeaking. That's how tight it is. You can see I pulled it out, and now I can get my finger in there and pull it out the rest of the way. So now, what in the world happened? I think oh, I got this completely wrong. You're supposed to have it down like this. So, have the boat as the back, not this part as the back. I got that messed up, and that's why the toes were looking backwards. And you bring those down, and then you can flip down his little paws. I like to angle them at that soft ratchet. Open these up. Oh, and for the jet mode, I forgot you're supposed to open those up, but that's really however you like to do it. And now you make him sit down, and this piece and this we're gonna open this up and pull out the head. And I'm not going to close that all the way, just for the purpose that that is really, really tight. And for the purpose of the video, I don't want to be struggling for a whole minute trying to open that back up, because it is extremely tight. And there is his cougar, panther, big cat mode. And I think it looks pretty good. Obviously, biggest thing that this thing suffers from, along with the gun, is the boat is on top. I don't really care, because once again, it's got 6 modes, so they gotta fit 6 modes into this one figure. And same thing with the 6-shot figure. There are 6 modes that have to be put into him. So one or two of them has to suffer, because there are 6 modes. Not saying that 6 changers can't get all of them right. I'm just saying, me personally, that's how I can give them a little bit of leeway. There are 6 modes, 6 into one figure. So, and the guns are supposed to form the tail, but I like to do the same thing as the boat. Pull out the red piece, because that same different detailing is right there, and flip up that cockpit looking, this white piece, and now you have a tail. You can position these pieces however you want to. So now time for the robot mode. So really what we're gonna do is bring that back up, and once again, that is extremely, extremely tight. Bring the head back in, close that back up, flip up the little paws, flip up these paws and feet, straighten the legs out, bring this piece up, come back here, open this up, and yet this one is still fairly tight as well, not as tight as that one. Bring that back in, bring that in, close that up, close these up, and they'll peg into each other. Bring up the head, bring his arms down, and there's a panel. I like to push the top, so then I can hook it and bring it up. And there's Quickswitch in his robot mode. And he looks good. I really like him. I like his colors. Now, there is one thing, at least on mine, my Metroplex suffers from it. My G1 Metroplex suffers from it. It is this leg. The more you ratchet it, the more that screw will be undone. I'm pretty sure the more you ratchet that, the screw will come undone, and that will loosen up over time. And arm on my G1 Metroplex suffers from the exact same thing. Not saying that yours will, but mine does. So, since it's just a screw, you can just tighten that back up and done. But, so here's Quickswitch, obviously, once again, don't have his guns, but he just holds them in his hands. And I think he looks good. And he has basic articulation, full 360, sort of, because of his legs. He has a soft ratcheted elbow. He has leg joints. He has a knee joint. Nothing in the toes. Nothing in the head. I guess he could look down very awkwardly with that big gap. But I really like him. And he's got some nice venting detail. And so yeah, this is that's Quickswitch, and I really like him. Definitely for the more inexpensive six changer, like G1 six changer, six shot is like, whoa. Six shot goes for a ton of money. He's like, I think like upwards to $100 and up. I have barely seen even a reissued one, I think. I have hardly seen them for an inexpensive amount of money, but he's still quite a bit of money. He's still quite a bit of money. I got lucky. I bought this guy for like $20, and if you can find him for that much, obviously, if you can, I didn't get mine with the guns, but if you can find him for a good price, pick him up because he's really fun. Even though he's a G1 more vintage, and he should still stay on the shelf, still he is really fun. The first weekend I got him, he came on a Saturday, and all of the rest of the day and all of Sunday I was messing with him because he's got 6 modes. They're all fun to do. So I think that, so if you can find him, definitely pick him up. Because he is super, super fun, and he looks good on the shelf. I really like his color, so I think that's it. So I'll see you later.